So we're finishing up at the barn. I went in. We put the hose on Punchy. We turned out Steel Cowboy for a little bit. Can you help Addie put her seatbelt on too, Oliver, please?
I know.
Oh, you know how to do it? Okay. We're gonna grade you on. Oh, really? Okay. Well, you show me. There's one part. What about the other part? Show me, big girl.
Do you know where Ava's friend lives?
No. Do you not know?
You dropped her off.
Yeah, but I have terrible memory.
I have no idea.
She said, "Wait, just text her, ask her. She has it on her phone. Just ask her to forward it to you." Yeah, I don't have it written down. It's Whittle Crescent or something. Atlas Hanover. We raced him last night. 10-hole off 3 weeks. I don't think you can get the last part done. Do you want help? Yeah. So you're not such a big girl after all.
I am.
So Atlas Hanover. What are you gonna do? You gotta turn the page on a race. 10-hole.
And then I will be a big girl.
Oh, I see. Okay. Greatest ending. Good news with him. It was just a pus pocket, a nasty one too. It popped out. They were working on his feet. It's going to take another week to get him back going full strength. Hey, HL Blue. I was happier with his training last week. It was definitely improved. From the first time I went with him. We're going to continue to work on him. We're going to gallop him and train him up. I think I would suspect I will gallop him Friday morning, and then I will train him up. I guess I got to come back Friday or Saturday, maybe Saturday morning before I come home. I'll train. What's that? Oh, I'm in the meadows Saturday. Oh, even better. Saturday, I'll put him in the race bike and go with him again. So we'll gallop him Tuesday and train him in the race bike Saturday. How the hell, as I said just there now, pulled that shoe off. I don't know if any of the nails were pinching him. Certainly looked like a couple of them could have been. The way he was acting was odd. It was very, very odd. So I suspect he'll be just fine come tomorrow. I know that's not very reassuring for my partners that watched him make a break last night. He is going to be coming to Ohio, so anybody that, I know there's going to be a lot of people saying, why don't we get rid of him? Why don't we do this? I'm not going to sell him when his lines are that bad, especially when the horse feels better than that. It just seems to me like every week something was bothering him, and I think we're very close to getting that. Again, don't take my word for it. I can't say for certain, but I really believe this horse has a lot more to offer than that. Ollie can? That's very good. I Forbid You, clearly locked in last week. What's she going to do if she gets room? I don't know. We'll find out. This week, J.K. Mickey Mantle in a good spot in Northfield. Jason said he trained fantastic yesterday, so I'm expecting a good mile from him. J.K. Victory did have a great mile the other day, 150 flat, and looked very good. I said in the opening video, it's so odd to watch the races from Indiana. It looked like he was third easily coming out of the turn, and then he ended up winning by a length in 150 flat and looked good doing it. Looks like money. Looked very good again. Very patient, conservative drive by Scott Zeron, and the horse looked exceptionally good. Renegade Gypsy, I think, looking back on it, and James fessed up. He said, when he forced him left, he thinks he might have been off balance, made a break, then he jumped on his foot. He said if he had clear sailing, he did have trot, and he thought he was going to be second. So that's the takeaway from that race. Resolute Bay's gone out to the field for 3 weeks. X-rayed him. There's nothing obvious. His knees are sore. Yeah, his feet are sore. His hind ankles bother him a little bit. But right now, he's just going through a tough spot, right, where he just can't put it all together. So we're going to give him a little help and turn him out for a little bit and bring him back. Yo Mister, I don't know if he's in Kentucky. I thought they said they were going to actually race him in Kentucky, but I don't know if he's in to go. They want to get a good mile into him, and I don't blame them. The horse is a nice horse. Good as him. Anytime we get a green light from this guy, he's been doing tons of work, swimming and on the walker. Anytime we want to put him on the track, just waiting for a green light from the veterinarian. So maybe at some point in the next week or two, we'll scoot him over and get another picture taken of that foot and see how he is. He's been sound as a dollar since he landed in Ontario. Locatelli's out in the field for another couple of weeks, and we'll bring him back in. No free lunch. Little tough. Race against Line Drive Hanover and Warby Vital is a tall order for no free lunch for sure. He's just got so much money made last four now, I guess. No, still last 5. There's nowhere really to race him. So we're doing our best to get him in a good spot, but he's going to have to bite his lip, so to speak, for a little bit. Think of Galaxies. Should be arriving today at Northfield Park. We'll assess her, get her trained up. My initial plan for her is to bring her to Ontario and race her here, but we'll see how that plays out. B. Lisa, 2 wins and 3 starts. And, hey, what, Turkey?
That's how hold your hand.
Okay. B. Lisa.
That's too hard.
Oh, it's very hard. B. Lisa, the only time she got beat, I drove her absolutely horrible. She raced good the other day, raced good her first start. We did put her on Lasix because she was bleeding a little bit, so she should be that much better. Addie, stop, son. Stop, honey. Next, we have Oakwood Cowboy. He was good his last 2. I was happy with him. I expect him to continue advance. Really happy with that guy. Addie, stop. Stay close. Finished second last night, but I'm not going to say, if I get out, I won. I think I would have been challenging for the lead the whole way. That horse that Austin drove looked pretty good, and has been a pretty glassy horse his whole life too, an Aussie lover. So, Addie, sweetheart. So, stay close, race good, and I think a ton of improvement possibilities there. Left foot definitely bothering him. I think it might be both his curbs might need a little touch up. Mm-hmm. I know you don't want to start cryoing 6-year-old curbs, and they don't generally bother them.
There's a bike up there.
Addie Bear, there's a bike up there because it's a bike shop. Now shush. So stay close. I think there's lots of room for improvement. I thought he was very good last night. Kings County, our only real kind of flat race of the week, and if there was ever a horse where you could maybe turn the page, the horse that had 3 in a row going into the race and winning 52 twice would be the one. White Tiger, Addie. White Tiger raced really, really well last week, but never got a chance to race. The week before it was a winner at Georgian Downs. I think he's probably sitting on a good mile. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see it this week. He did not get in. Delicious Stone DK. Just haven't had much luck with this guy, and I don't think it's just his fault. Made the break off the rail at Saratoga, then made the break in the last turn at Plain Ridge. They opted to put the hobbles on him, and then we ended up getting him in just an impossible place in the Meadowlands. But Mark just wanted to get a clean line on him. So now we get the clean line on him. Let's see where we go this week with Delicious Stone DK. Patrick the Piranha A, along with Think of Galaxies and Spitfire Overseas, have landed. All 3 have landed at Northfield Park now. Patrick the Piranha, there was just no classes for him, so he's back to where we qualified him. Cindy's going to be taking care of him. That's who took care of him when we trained him back. His qualifier was sharpened up at Northfield. I think he can get around Northfield just fine, so we'll see how it plays out for him in the near future. Per Lucky making his first start, and our first start in the state of Minnesota today at Running Aces. Be interested to see how he does. Took a dive off Dippers out in the field for a little bit. And Sintra, 9 hole in all, is 8-5 in Georgian on Tuesday. Good place for a tough old campaigner to be. So Georgian Downs, Tuesday night for Sintra. So with that, that's your aged horses. We get the 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds to talk about in just a minute.